Hello Scorpio, welcome to your June 2019 reading. This is for Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Thank you for joining me. My name is Michelle. Before we get started, just wanted to let you know I'm doing a giveaway this month. For the month of June, the most liked video, the comments that are received under the most liked video, I'm going to be picking out one comment from those, and I'll be picking a lucky winner of the Gothic Tarot illustrated by Joseph Fargo. It's brand new, sealed in box, so if you're interested in winning, please don't forget to like and comment below, and also please subscribe if you're a newcomer. I'll be letting you know the winner next month in July. So good luck there, and let's get started with your reading here. Scorpio, some interesting energy here from the Egyptian Isis Oracle. You've got the card of Rising Sun. This is the divine solar child being reborn. It's a very strong, powerful energy saying that a dark time or a struggle is over and a new phase is upon you. One filled with hope, glory, light and triumph. It's one through boldness, persistence, so I feel like you've come through a testing time, but you've come out the other side having gone through it with a lot of courage and bravery. Even if you felt like giving up, you chose to stay strong, to surrender to the universe and the power that is beyond your control, and continue along the path. So here you've been through much, but victory is upon you. Now, the divine solar child being born brings new light into your life, likely to express itself in many forms. It could be revived relationships, it could be a new relationship, inspiration, opportunities in your work, in your spiritual life, more love and enjoyment, new and energized community, sense of community amongst those around you, greater well-being and creative abilities, perhaps that you didn't even realize that you had. So it is about, for you, being in this natural flow of being reborn, and reborn with a lot of good things to look forward to. So I love that energy around you. Now, the feeling that I'm having around this card of witches, from the Witches Oracle, which is the Wiccan read, ethos, is that there's someone currently around you or in your sphere of influence here, Scorpio. Now, I get a little bit of energy around them as someone who doesn't play by the rules. They may struggle with rules that need to be adhered to. Now, it could be you, Scorpio, of course. You have a rebellious streak at times. It's a natural rebellious streak which has led you into trouble. But I do feel here that there's a need to follow rules, to raise standards, adopt ethics, understand the importance of the threefold law and the principle of cause and effect, and living by these standards. So it's either someone around you, Scorpio, or it could be you that's perhaps faced with a challenge here to abide by a code. Let's see where we go with this, Scorpio. I'm going to be using the universal Waite for your energy, and the other person, their energy, I'll be using the Tarot de la Nuit. We do have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck for you. Very interesting energy here, that creative spark. So you're feeling like you're renewed, a return to good health and well-being. So you're wanting to get something started. Let's see what you've brought to this situation in the past, Scorpio. Remember, this can be vice versa, so keep that in mind also. Whatever side resonates to you, that will be the one that is your message. Let's take a look at what you've brought to this situation in the past, Scorpio. The Wheel of Fortune. There's an element here of it not being the right time. So there's that time of dark struggle there, Scorpio. A dark phase, and I feel for you it may have felt like the wheel had stopped turning. Let's see what the other energy is. What has the other person brought to this situation in the past? What has this other person brought? The Hierophant in reverse. So there's that rebelliousness. So I do feel that there is someone around you that has been acting out rebelliously. You know, I'm not saying that having a rebellious streak is bad. For most people, it's good, you know, it can be quite fun. But the only time it runs into problem is if we hurt or harm another because of us being rebellious. So I'm wondering what this person has done here. Have they hurt you? Have they hurt another with this rebelliousness? Let's see how you currently stand with this situation. Where do you currently stand with this, Scorpio? Where do you currently stand? Where does Scorpio currently stand? We've got the 5 of Cups in the reverse. So for you, with this rising sun, this energy of rebirth, you are leaving the past behind, and you're going forward with a lot of hope and optimism for the future. So you are really focused on what is to come, and you're feeling more powerful in relation to how you want things to go in your life in the future. So I feel for you, whatever was this block, this dark time here where you felt like you weren't moving forward, is certainly on its way here to being over, if not I feel it's more, for you, I feel it is completely over. Let's see. Where does the other person currently stand with this? Where does the other person currently stand with this? We have the Hermit in reverse and the 5 of Wands. Ooh, you know, Scorpio, you're at a distance from this person. They're not currently in communication with you, or you're not in communication with them. I feel for them, there's I'm getting some harsh energy off this. There's not a lot of wisdom behind it. Unfortunately, when I was saying earlier about it's okay to be rebellious, but rebellious in not in this 5 of Wands way. I feel like rebellion here, or harmless fun, can turn into something that turns into conflict, into, I pick it up as rage, you know, pent up rage. Not good energy around this other person. Let's see where you hope to be with this in the future. Where do you hope to be with this in the future here, Scorpio? Okay, the Lovers. Okay, for you, you are looking at making a choice that is based on love and only love. So if there's anything in the past here that you have undertaken in any way other than love, meaning lust, greed, any reason why you entered into a relationship, all that's in the past, it's gone. You now are looking at more of I feel an ethical choice, making the ethical choice, whereas in the past you may have been tempted to not make the ethical choice, Scorpio. Let's see where the other person hopes to be with this in the future. Where does the other person hope to be with this in the future? Got the Hangman in reverse, so they're still stuck on this situation with you, Scorpio. They don't seem to be able to move on from it, and they're certainly not learning any lessons of the past. There's not a lot of, shall we say, intellectual understanding and comprehension of this situation. It seems to be all based on a sense of rebelliousness, anger, and repeating patterns for this other individual. Let's see how you're viewing them. How is Scorpio viewing this other person? The 7 of Wands. Okay, so for you, you have your guard up around this person. I think you may have in the past gone towards them, but I do feel ethically for you it was wrong. You had made a decision that it was wrong, that it was blocking your future path, is what I'm getting from Spirit. So around this individual, you've put up walls. And for you, I feel it's good, because I don't get this person is at peace. So if they're coming towards you here, they're coming from a place of a lot of anger and not a lot of wisdom. So you've got your guard up around this person. You are setting boundaries, strong boundaries. You are hoping that this person doesn't even really come near you. But let's see. How is this other person viewing you, Scorpio? How does this other person view you, Scorpio? The Moon. They seem to be very... They don't have a really good idea of what's going on in their life. There's a situation in their life that they just can't seem to fathom. They can't come to terms with it. They're not really understanding. They don't have this clarity, this clear, logical thought around you and the choices that they're making in life. So what you have here, Scorpio, is someone that you've gotten into a relationship with in the past. I feel it's over now, it's done. You're over it, and in the future you want to be making better choices based on ethics. I see that. This other person, though, is still there. They're still in the stage that you were in before you came to this realization that this was blocking your future path here, that it was actually an obstacle to you moving forward to positive change. So the fact is that they still want this relationship. They still want what they had with you. And I feel that they're quite angry. They would like to confront you, I feel, but again, I don't see you wanting anything to do with it. Let's see what the doubts and fears are for you, Scorpio, around this situation. King of Cups, this may be the person. Yeah, I feel that this is the person. You know, it's interesting. I got a narcissistic energy as I was taking that out of the as it was coming out of the thing there. So I just want to get another one. Okay, King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So this person is with someone else, a fire sign. They're with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So again, it's for you, it's making that ethical choice, because they seem to be still wanting a relationship with you, but yet they have a partner. You don't want to break them up. I feel that. Let's see. Yeah, I get quite narcissistic individual, this King of Cups. Attention. He likes the attention, admiration, very much ego inflated here. But I also feel that they are quite, well, I want to say that they've suffered a narcissistic injury. So now there's this anger around this person. Oh, Scorpio, tough energy there. But let's take a look and see the doubts and fears for this other person. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, they are making they feel like they need to make a decision, a choice. They feel like they have a choice to follow this rebellious streak of theirs. I get that they can be quite, as a result of this ego, that they need validation. So for them, can they deal with just one person? I don't know. It seems like this person needs multiple people to feed their ego. So they're looking at choices, but when they're looking at choices, they seem to be doubting whether or not they can make a choice based on anything other than how they feel in the moment. They're quite a spontaneous type. Let's see what the challenge is here for you, Scorpio. What is the challenge here for Scorpio? Here's another decision. Okay, so I understand this. You want to do the right thing here, Scorpio. You want to maintain your integrity when making a decision, when making choices. I feel like ethical choices, you've made choices in the past, or a choice in the past, that went against your code of ethics. You want to move on from that. I feel this person is partnered, and for you, the choice seems pretty obvious, not to get involved with someone who is partnered, but nevertheless, your challenge here is to fight any kind of rebellious streak that you have, Scorpio, because you do have that natural rebellious streak as well, and not make the decision to get involved in something that goes against your code of ethics. Now, the challenge for the other person, let's take a look. What is the challenge for the other person here? The challenge for the person that Scorpio is dealing with? We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So giving up something that has potential to be long-term, to be prosperous. I get the sense here as well that it has to do with greed. So let's take a look. I want to get one more card. The challenge for the other person with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I do feel that they feel left behind by you, rejected by you, and they're feeling like they missed out on an opportunity with you, Scorpio. So they're feeling like they have been left behind and that you've moved on without them. And their challenge is to take on this Ace of Pentacles and make use of the opportunity, get themselves out of a dark place, a struggle in their life. So to make things better, they need to stop thinking about what was lost and think about the opportunity that's around them here. So let's take a look at the outcome before we go to part 2. If this is resonating, please join me in part 2. The link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be available on my Vimeo channel, so please join me there. Let's take a quick look at the outcome. We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. We'll see what we're talking about in the extended version. What is the outcome here, Scorpio? We've got the Page of Swords, okay. And one more for you. And the Hangman in reverse. Okay. I also want to get one more on that Hangman in reverse for you. And we have the Death card. Yeah. For you, I get the sense that with the Page of Swords there, I get the sense that you're looking in on this person. You're looking in on this person. You're not sure whether to come forward. But I get that with the Death card here, that you're putting an end to this. I get it as turning over a new leaf. And for you, with this card of the Rising Sun, this divine solar child being reborn, for you, it's using that energy in a way that's going to propel you forward instead of take you backward, is the feeling that I'm getting around that. Now for the other person, let's take a look at their outcome before we go to part 2. We have the Seven of Pentacles, so for them it's a time of assessing what's important, what they should keep in their life, what they should get rid of. Let's see, what is the outcome for the other person? We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So when it comes to sharing themselves or giving, they do feel like they need to reassess what they're giving into, because they want to get back equally what they've been put energy into. So if they feel like they're not getting anywhere with you, or they're not receiving what they thought they were going to receive from you, there's a feeling here that they're looking at this, looking at whether this is worth continuing. Let's take another look. What is the outcome here for Scorpio? And we also have the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you know, I want to get one more on that one as well. What's this Four of Wands in reverse? And we also have the Four of Pentacles this time in the upright. Yeah, for them, I feel that they're realizing that, again, they're just delaying. I get it as delaying their stability, delaying their future happiness. And there's something around them, I feel, this Ace of Pentacles, that has an opportunity for that to grow, to prosper, to really take off. And I feel like it's worth holding on to. And for them, they need to reassess whether or not to continue to try to win you or try to get you, because I feel like there's a realization here that if they keep doing this, then they're going to lose what they have around them. So with that Four of Pentacles, there's a feeling here of holding on, trying to maintain what they do have. Meanwhile, I feel you are putting an end to your old ways, which I think is fabulous. You know, any kind of old patterns of behavior, repeating patterns, you're letting it go. You're saying to yourself, no, I'm not going to do this again. And if this person is coming forward, or you're thinking to yourself, should I go forward and try and get that person back again, there's an understanding here that no, they're partnered, and you're making the ethical choice, acting with integrity, and being, well, I get it more as a sense here of following the rules, because in the past there's a lot of rebelliousness, not only from you, Scorpio, but from this other person. So it's turning over this new leaf here, which is really exciting. So we'll talk about this more in part 2. We will go further in depth. I'll be clarifying all of these cards. So if this is resonating, please join me there, because as you know, things can change quite a lot the more cards we put out on the table. So please join me. If I don't see you there, then I wish you all the best. If you would like a personal reading, you can email me